Welcome to a new daily top AskReddit video. Today's topic.
Men of Reddit, what is something you tell your girlfriend, wife that is completely untrue? That she is the softest and the cuddliest. She is not. The cat is. How dare you? What if the cat hears you? The cat made them post that comment. Nah, I don't want it, you go ahead. Quote. Whenever my husband says this, I insist on splitting it with him. Somehow that's more palatable to him than taking it if I offer it back to him. During our first years of marriage, my wife and I played this silly game where, if there was a small piece of cake, dessert, whatever's left, we would each take only half of what remained. Over and over until it wasn't practically possible to do so. That started me thinking, if the first person takes half, then the next person takes half of that, and so on ad infinitum, how much does each person get? Turns out the first person gets 2/3, the second 1/3, but I couldn't prove it. A few years later, while reading a recreational math book, yes, there are such things, I found a proof for this. My wife still teases me about how tickled I was to find it. It's only like $20. My husband has a magnet on our fridge saying, my biggest fear after death. My wife sells my gear at the price she thinks I paid. At the price I told her I paid. I understand. Even if I don't really know what she is talking about, she needs to vent, and when I say I understand, she can move on. Honestly, when I want to vent, this is literally all I need to hear. I read and am trying to put into practice to ask if she wants an ear or a solution. I'm too quick to try to resolve the issue, but instead, she just needed to vent. Nice try, Emma, but I told you I never lied to you. As a very, very single Emma, this was jarring for a second, lol. I would have never guessed you, Cumberdick. I compliment her painted nails. I couldn't give a fuck, but she cares about it, so I do my part. I have to give my husband some credit. He tries to at least point out one feature. Oh nice, sparkly, that's a cool shade of blue. They are all the same length. Ha ha ha, it actually works. I went from, they look beautiful, to adding some detail about them, they are such a good bright color of red, they are blending so well, etc., and it has made a huge amount of difference in my wife's expression. She has become excited about showing off more things like her hair treatment, styling, or her new cream and what it does. She looks so happy doing all that. The lawn is too wet to mow. This motherfucker must sharpen his blades. Mine will absolutely not mow wet grass. We have an understanding. I sharpen my blades, but for me there's still the issue that it heavily clogs everything and I have to stop the mower every 5 feet and scoop out handfuls of wet grass. Any decent rain and my mower is whispering that it's time to play some Overwatch or Halo because that thing is allergic to anything moist. Just like Op. That the dog and I didn't have our evening treats yet. I choose to imagine both you and the dog following your wife into the kitchen and looking up at her from the floor and whining with big sad, hopeful eyes. She rolls her eyes and says, ugh fine, and tosses the dog a rawhide chew, and you a 16 ounces beer from the fridge. You both scamper off excitedly with your prize. We are absolutely in collusion. That she's the cutest thing in the entire world. I have eyes, I've seen Moodeng. She's 8 months pregnant and she snores like a lumberjack. No honey, of course it's not the reason I haven't slept all week. I'm almost 7 months pregnant. Your comment made me ask my husband. He just started laughing and saying, it's so incredibly loud. I started sleeping on the couch because of acid reflux and the TV helps me fall asleep faster. Then I go into the bedroom after I have to pee in the middle of the night. He said he is always excited when I come into bed to cuddle but then realize I'm going to keep him awake once I fall asleep again. I had no idea. I never snored before having kids. Pregnancy snores just never left. My kids are 6 and 3 and I still snores like I did when I was pregnant. My wife is way smarter than me, I don't even try anymore. Wait, is that the lie? She is smarter than him, so he stopped trying to lie to her. I might be getting off early to do some stuff on Valentine's Day. We usually don't do anything big, but I got a bug up my butt and took a half day without telling her. I'm going to decorate our dining area and bring home one of her favorite meals. Other than that, nothing jumps out. That we need to leave at 9 to be there on time. In truth, we need to leave at 10. But if I tell her that, we won't be leaving until 11. She's a silly goose. She is in fact a human. I'll come to bed after one more game. 17 hours later. I would fight a bear for you. I absolutely would not, I would run like a bitch. The problem is that my wife was a sprinter and is in better shape than me, so I would definitely end up having to fight the bear anyway. Ha ha ha, now you're just fighting the bear already winded. Y'all gotta go camping with friends, slow friends. I am going to get flack for this one, but I will agree she looks like she's lost weight. When she asks specifically, here's the thing for me. I like her body the best now. All the weight she's put on since we've been together has gone to the best places, belly, ass, and boobs, and she's hotter than ever to me. I literally can't keep my hands off her. I have to force myself to not constantly make it about sex when I'm in her presence because every time I catch a glimpse I'm like a teenage boy again. But I understand telling her that would be like telling a man, your size is perfect, the big ones hurt. It might be the truth for me, but it's not what she wants to hear. And since she's been watching her diet and going to the gym, I do my best to encourage her since being healthier is good, and I am in fact very proud of her for her discipline and how far she's come. She lifts heavier, runs farther, and has quit smoking. All her huge accomplishments have made her more attractive overall, no matter what number is on the scale. My God, though, that thick body has me completely dumb. I'd be fine if she never lost another pound. My God, though, that thick body has me completely dumb. I'd be fine if she never lost another pound. You should absolutely tell her. I was so self-conscious every day about my body till my husband started saying stuff like this. Then it turned into me just trying to be healthier instead of freaking out that my tummy jiggles. It was like a weight I didn't know I had being lifted. That's good to know. My biggest worry is feeling trapped in a catch-22 where she feels better getting that validation and I can't unring the bell if I say the wrong thing. It's nice to see that there are counterexamples. I have to say, too, I actually love her tummy jiggle. I'd be kind of sad if she lost it lol. Right now I'm 10 pounds more than I want to be. I'm 48, had 4 kids, all C-sections, and am in perimenopause, so feeling fantastic. My husband tells me over and over this is the best I've ever looked and is constantly grabbing me and all that, like a teenager. I just thought he was being nice about it, but reading this makes me think he's being honest. Grabby hands don't lie. That each of my 11 guitars are only worth a few $100s. How grateful you will be when sold one to a nice man for nearly $1,000. I'll be careful, I will court death. No matter what, I'll always tell her dinner was delicious. Just because it's how I was brought up. Just the appreciation of her cooking for me is all I need. I don't care how it tastes. 99% of the time, it's absolutely fine anyways. Okay, so I get it, but I actually hate this. TELLLME when something isn't good so I can modify or replace or learn to make it better. I don't want you to suffer because of me and I want you to eat tasty food. That I heard her the first time. My big things about my wife is I don't know why she waits until I leave the room to tell me, MRPH mermul. My wife won't believe how quiet and soft-spoken she is haha. I'll ask her to repeat and move closer to here and she drops in volume even more because I'm closer. She's like, but I hear it normal. We all hear our own voice like that babe, it comes from our own head. Many people have told her but she'll figure it out one day lol. Trust me, we know. Shit. Pack it up boys, we're done. Each brand new fishing rod and reel is a nice old one my dad was keeping in the back of his garage for me until now. Ah, that's funny, I have the same setup for tools, he even keeps them in the original packaging for me. I don't understand why she had an issue when he gave me his antique snap-on scan tool though. Of course I got the ice cream for you. Disappointed. Get to next time. A round of golf takes 8 hours. Delete this post immediately. Mods, please. Too late. We know now. Rolling on the floor laughing. That I will love her until the day I die. That shit is immortal. It's not going to stop just because I'm dead. My wife is deaf and uses lip reading and sign language. We are Mexicans, so here is the LSM, equivalent to the ASL. I'm always trying to pause my speech, gesticulate more, etc., and put attention to what is happening and translate to her. I'm clumsy trying to gain skills in SL. She asks sometimes if I feel overwhelmed or burdened by the effort it requires, and without skipping a beat always say that not at all. But it's hard and burdening. Sometimes it overwhelmed me or made me tired as hell, and feeling hopeless or lacking interest in sharing something, just because the effort it takes. But, if it's like that to me, how frickin' excruciatingly difficult could be to her. And she keeps trying and putting effort into bonding and sharing those feelings, moments with me. So I will keep lying and trying better. That she married a smart and handsome man, but she believes in me, so there's that. I learned long ago that when the wife asks if her hair, outfit, nails, new purse, whatever looks nice, the correct answer 100% of the time with no exceptions is yes. I don't care if she's rocking a Mr. T mohawk while wearing floppy red rubber clown shoes and a burlap potato sack as a skirt, carrying a dead raccoon as a purse, and her nails are painted with white out. The answer is yes. If she squirts ketchup and mustard on her face and calls it makeup, the answer is yes. If she goes full Howie Mandel and stretches a latex glove over her head, the answer is yes. Quote, on the flip side of this, you can be honest without being mean. My husband is actually the best to take shopping. He never criticizes me, he always criticizes the garment. It's not, you're too big for that, it's, I think there's something off about it. We can do better. Or, this shirt has weird seams, it's sitting weird. But we both also know that I'm overweight and working on it, so he's not trying to save my feelings like he can't see my size. He just wants me to feel confident in what I'm wearing, so if he can sense I'm not thrilled about it, he doesn't push to make it seem fine. He'll just agree and find something else. Perfect. I would definitely want to know if something doesn't look good before I leave the house. A yes man is not appealing to me. Not interested in someone who is cruel either.
I'm glad my Sil is brutally honest, so I get away with saying yes.
Exactly. My wife has friends that won't let her stray too far off course. I'll let them take any potential bullets.